So I'm making a series of videos of how to edit the recordings of the Monster of the Week, the shellfile episodes that we record. So here's what you need. I'm doing this on Mac. You can also do it on PC. I've done it on both. You need the program Audacity. If you don't have that, Google it, download it. It's free. You'll need some extensions later, but I'll teach you about them when we need them. Next, you need a sound file. I have two sound files right here. This is the one of the second part of the Monster and the Fish that I've already opened and turned into an Audacity project, and then these are files that go with the Audacity project, so I'm going to show you how to do that with this file. You can do this for any kind of file. It doesn't have to be FLAC. It can be WAV, MP3, MP4, whatever recording you get. If you record on Audacity, I think you can make that a lot of things. When I record on my phone, I think they're automatically WAV files. It's whatever. So take your audio file and open it in Audacity. So that'll take a little while. Excuse me. So I'm, just as an aside, I'm recording in the living room of Skytown. I don't have a mic or headphones in. It's just recording the audio as you would hear it in a room. And that's also true when I play the audio. It's recording it coming from my speakers back into the computer. It's not like picking it up within the computer. I hope that made sense. So yeah, the file will sound a little better than probably what's getting put out and recorded back in through the air. But yeah. Few more seconds to make a file. Doot, doot, doot. Okay, so this is what your file will look like after it's done loading. So just like the most basic of stuff, there's a scroll bar here. You can click it and drag it to look. If you click on the blue part represents the sound. You can select where you want to start. So if I wanted to start around 30 minutes, I could do that. And down here, it'll tell you exactly where you started. If you click left and right buttons, you can jump. I'm very zoomed out right now because I'm seeing the whole file. So when I jump, it's a pretty big jump. It's like, well, it's not that big, but if you want to get closer, you can go to view, go to zoom, and then you can zoom in. You can see the command is command 1, and if you're on not Mac, it's control 1, probably. You can also, if you hold command and scroll on a mouse or a trackpad, it will zoom in and out. It's really sensitive, so if you just flick it, it will get really, really close or really, really far away. So be gentle when you do it, and you'll get what you want. Okay, so I'm going to go to the beginning of the file. To do that, I'm going to click, drag to the beginning, and then click left so that it goes all the way to 0, 0, 0. We're starting at the very beginning. I'm going to scroll in a little bit. To teach you a bit about what this blue stuff is, this part is basically no sound. It's just probably a recording of the room and no one talking. This part is like probably people talking, maybe mumbling, and then this part is a little louder. I don't know if that's regular talking or like yelling. Depends on what the audio is set to when you're recording. So let's check it out. Like I said, highlight to the left, just like click and drag, and then hit left so that you're at 0. There's probably a command to do that too, but I don't know what it is. I'm going to make sure my volume is not crazy high or crazy low. Okay, the middle is probably fine. Okay, let's hear what it sounds like. I hit spacebar to start playing.
You want B-roll? Is this for B-roll?
We don't got that B-roll. It's too specific.
No, I need like 5 seconds of noise so I can do noise reduction.
Okay.
Matt is absolutely right. It's good to record bits of silence at the beginning so you can, well, I'll show you why that's important in a second. So yeah, that seems fine as a base level to work with. Another thing is, this is a stereo file. You see it says stereo, so this represents, I don't remember which one is which. I'm pretty sure the top one is left ear and the bottom one is right ear. If you have a mono file, it'll just be one of these things, not both. We usually do things in stereo, but we don't, like, I have never done anything where it's like, oh, I'll make the left ear sound different than the right ear. Like, sometimes cool songs will sort of fade from one to the other. Nope, I'm not doing that. Let's see, what else do I need to show you? If you double click, you'll select the whole file instead of just selecting what you want. You can also do that by hitting Command A. Yeah, so you have the file open. Great. Let's save it immediately. So right now, this is not saved anywhere. It's just an open version of the audio file. So, save project or save project as if you're renaming it. Okay, great. This will change it to an Audacity project file, which is the same as what this looks like. It's different than just an audio file because it gives you, you know, okay, this shows up like this, blah, 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 blah. The same, like, if you're doing a Photoshop file, it's not the same as an image. Okay, so I'm going to save this to my desktop. I'm going to title it MOTW4. If I wanted to do 4.1.AUP, that won't work. It'll just cut this part out automatically. So if you're doing, like, the second part of 4 or the first or the third part or whatever, just do -2. But this is just straight up the first part. I don't know if you guys are doing a second part or not, so I'm just going to save it like this. I want it on my desktop. Great. Save that. It's happening. And yeah, you can see it's making the data folder and it's making the Audacity project file. There's not much to do when it's loading. Except show you my cool icons. I learned how to change the picture of your icons. It's really easy. You copy a picture, you go to get info, and then you click this and hit paste, and it becomes whatever you pasted in. Just a cool little nut related to this tip. Great. Now these exist as Audacity projects instead of just straight up audio. So what I'm going to do is close Audacity. I just saved so it won't prompt me. I'm never going to touch these again. These are the original audio files. We need to leave them as they are and never touch them because if something gets corrupted here, you have to start over with the file. Okay, great. Now, to open the file, you just hit AUP. Hitting the data thing will just actually open and show you the files. Okay, great. I have opened the file. It looks exactly the same. Perfect. So now, let's do the first step of every audio file. It's very straightforward. What you're going to do is reduce background noise. So first, let's hear what the background noise is like. So I've only selected the silent part, and I'm going to turn my volume up entirely so you can hear the fuzziness. So that's what the background, like, bass level sounds like. Part of that is room, part of that might be because the project got saved as a FLAC file, I don't know. But we're going to try to reduce that throughout the whole file. So what you do is you highlight the part that is silent, you go to Effect, you go to Noise Reduction. You get the noise profile. That basically says, read this, understand what this is, and later we're going to find similar pieces throughout the audio and take them out. So just click Get Noise Profile. It is very quick because it's 5 seconds of audio. Now, highlight the whole file. I just double click to do that, or you can do Command A. Go back to noise reduction, and now you're going to reduce the noise. I don't really understand what these 3 things are. Obviously, this means decibel. The defaults are 12 decibels, sensitivity 6. I don't know what frequency smoothing is, but it's a default of 3. I've always used the defaults. I think they're fine. So just hit OK. The file is, I don't know how much audio it is. Oh, I can't click and scroll around when it's doing things, but I mean, we probably recorded at least an hour of audio. So yeah, it takes a little while for this to do its thing. All right, great. Okay, so this line looks smoother now. It used to have little bumps. I zoomed like all the way in and it's still pretty smooth. That's good. So yeah, let's hear what that silence sounds like. Highlight your silence. Be sure you're only highlighting the silence. Turn your volume all the way up and listen. Let's hit play or space. Okay, it's still a little fuzzy, but most people aren't going to listen at full volume. Most people are going to listen somewhere here. For example, we're going to...
Is this for B-roll?
We don't got that B-roll. It's too specific.
Yeah,
No,
even that is a little loud for like what people are actually going to listen at. But when you're at that volume, you can't really hear the background. Great, noise reduction has gone great. Let's save project. You can also hit Command S, of course. So that is it saving, and wha-bam. Sometimes it jumps around on the desktop. I don't know why. Great, silence has happened. Yeah, I'm gonna stop the recording there. For now, that's like the first part. Open file, save a file, make it an Audacity project, and do noise reduction. Perfect.